I always thought forgiveness was something you just decide. Like you wake up one day and you're like, yeah, I'm over it, it's done. But I've been trying to do that for months now, and it's just not happening. And I think the reason it's not happening is because I still don't fully understand how someone could do what they did to me. Like, I genuinely don't get it because this wasn't just some random person. This was someone I actually trusted. Like we met, we clicked, everything felt normal. And then it just completely flipped. And what's crazy is I didn't even realize what actually happened to me until like 2 weeks ago. Like I told someone the story and they were like, dude, you were being gaslit. And my reaction wasn't even shock. It was more like, that's what that was? Huh. Interesting. And also kind of disappointing that someone would do that to someone like me. Because now I'm looking back at everything and it's like, that actually messed with me way more than I thought it did. And now I'm stuck in this place where I don't know if I'm supposed to forgive them or if I even want to. So this all started back in September. And yeah, we met on Tinder. And I know that already sounds like, okay, maybe not the best foundation, but at the time, it didn't feel like that at all. Like the first night we hung out, it was actually really good. Conversation was easy, we were laughing, we had similar interests. It didn't feel forced. It felt like one of those situations where you were like, okay, this could actually be something. And after that, she started coming over more, staying the night, hanging out at my place, going on dates, just normal stuff. And I remember thinking, this is going smoother than I expected. Like nothing felt off yet, and I even gave her an out early on. I literally asked her, do you want this to be something real or do you want this to just be a one time thing and we go our separate ways? Because I didn't want confusion later. And honestly, if she picked the second option, I wouldn't be making this video and this probably would have ended a lot cleaner. No drama, no overthinking, nothing. But she didn't. She picked the first one. And that's when I started actually investing in it. And then it just changed. Not gradually, not like a slow fade. It was literally like one night she goes to a party. And after that, everything feels different. Texts get shorter, responses take longer. The energy is just off. And I remember sitting there like, did I do something? Like, wait, this doesn't make sense. Something is off here. And I started going through everything in my head, replaying conversations, thinking like, was I too much? Did I say something wrong? Because when something switches like that out of nowhere, your brain immediately assumes that it's you. And then she hits me with one day, we need to talk. And I already knew, like, you just know when that message comes in, something's not right. And she wants to have this conversation in this tiny room one on one. And I remember walking in there already feeling uneasy. Like, this isn't going to be good. And then the conversation starts. It's not even really a conversation. It was basically, I'm just getting hit with everything at once. She starts bringing up my past, things I told her in confidence, mistakes I've made, stuff I've already owned up to. And she frames it like this is everything wrong with me. And I'm just sitting there like, where is this coming from? And then she says something that genuinely stuck with me. She basically tells me that I cannot change on my own, that I haven't done anything to change. And I remember just sitting there, like I didn't even know how to respond at first. Because it's one thing to hear criticism, but it's another thing to have someone basically tell you you're stuck the way you are. And I'm sitting there thinking, that's not true. I have been working on myself. I have made changes. So I push back a little on this. And I'm like, that's not true. And she immediately goes, no, 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 that's not what I'm saying. But it was what she was saying. And that's the part that messes with your head. Because now you're hearing one thing, but being told you're wrong about what you just heard. So now I'm sitting there like, wait, am I misunderstanding this? Am I overreacting? And I start doubting myself in real time. And I think that's the moment it really hit me like, this isn't a conversation. This is a conclusion she already made about me. And the thing that really messed with me is she wasn't just criticizing something I did. She was taking stuff I told her about myself, stuff from my past, and using it like evidence against me. And at one point, it felt like she was basically saying, because of what you've done before, you don't deserve to be happy and have a future with other people. And that is such a nasty thing to put in somebody's head. Because there is a difference between holding somebody accountable and making them feel like they're permanently broken. And the craziest part is, I had already owned up to that stuff with the people it actually involved. So it wasn't like I was denying anything. It was more like, why are you dragging things up from before you even really knew me and using them to define who I am now? You knew me for like a month. How can you decide in a month that I can't change? That everything I've done to improve myself doesn't count? That's what stuck with me. Not just what she didn't want, not just that she didn't want to keep seeing me. I could have handled that. It's the way she made it feel like I was just fundamentally wrong. And then after that, everything just spiraled. Because she didn't just keep this between us. She brought other people into it. And the part I didn't understand until later was she was telling me other people were talking about me. When really, from what I understand now, it was her. So I'm going around trying to figure out who said what. I'm asking people questions. I'm angry. I'm confused. And from the outside, I probably looked like the asshole or problem. And I hate admitting this, but it is true. I reacted badly. I got emotional. And I got frustrated. And because of that, I ended up damaging other relationships I had with other people. So now I'm in this weird position where I'm trying to forgive the person who hurt me, while also having to hope other people can forgive me for how I handled being hurt. And that is such a brutal place to be in, because it's like I didn't start the fire, but I still knocked things over trying to get out. And I've tried to just not think about it, like distract myself, move on, whatever. But it doesn't really work like that. Because it's not just the situation, it's what it changed in me. Because now, every time someone gets close to me, there's a part of my brain that's like, what if this happens again? And I hate that. And that's why forgiveness feels impossible right now. Because forgiving them feels like I'm saying what they did was okay. And it wasn't. It also feels like I'm letting them get away with it. And I don't want to do that. And if I'm being completely honest, if I could say one thing to them right now, I would just say, you are a bitch and you hurt my feelings. Genuinely. You didn't have to do that. None of that needed to happen. And now I'm the one that has to deal with it. And honestly, I still don't know if I'll ever forgive them. I don't know if they deserve it. I don't know if I even want to. I just know I don't want to feel like this forever.